All right, happy Sunday, everyone. We want to welcome you to the Empowered Summit. This is the week three. I'm super excited to be able to be stay committed this year, going back to back, so that we can all learn and we can stay empowered throughout the year 2026 and beyond. So today we're excited to come with an incredible topic one more time this week. But I just wanted to really put in the chat wherever you're watching this from. So you guys are tuning in from YouTube and Facebook channel. All right, make sure you share this to your friends as well. So the Empowered Summit is a transformational experience designed to equip you with personal growth and help you connect with your purpose. So I don't know about you guys where you're tuning in from. I just want you guys to put in the chat if you can hear my voice. Okay, let's see if we can hear ourselves today. Awesome. So we can hear the audio today. All right, unlike last week where we couldn't hear ourselves. So make sure you're sharing this with your loved ones and you're always supporting the movement. So welcome once again to the Empowered Summit. All right, Empowered Summit 2026 is going to be a great year. It's already started great here. Our first week we spoke about the power of motivation versus what discipline. Okay, that's what we spoke about. So if you missed that topic, you can go back and watch it. You can go and check a replay on YouTube. You can go and check a replay. Number two, second week, we spoke about something really powerful, right? We talk about purpose. We talk about your purpose. It's very, very important, guys, that you tap into your purpose. Okay. And today we are going to talk about turning pain into purpose. So, these topics are flowing, and these topics are more of a continuation of what we started, where we are, and where we are going. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to encourage your friends to join this summit. I'm going to go straight into today's topic. Okay. So, I wanted to really take a closer view and a closer picture, a closer look at this incredible slide that we're going to share today. The power of turning pain into purpose. Now, let me ask you a question, my friend. Have you ever experienced pain, or are you currently experiencing pain in your current life? Okay, so what does pain means to you? Many people are going through a season of pain from years ago, from last year itself, and they are probably continuing through that pain this year. Are we talking about a bruised pain? Are we talking about an injury? No, we are not talking about that type of pain. We are talking about sequence and seasons and things that have really occurred in our life. Unlike anybody else, myself, yourself, we've all been through a season where we had to go through a transformational pain. But within that pain, the question is, do you lose sight of your purpose, or you keep on going? And that's why we want to focus on the power of turning pain into purpose. I want you to drop in the chat purpose, purpose, and purpose. Okay. Now let's dive straight into today's topic. It says what? By Oprah Winfrey says, turn your wounds into wisdom. So whatever that you have gone through or you are going through shouldn't define your final destination, shouldn't define your exit or your key goal, but rather to be a stumbling block for you to work on yourself. So let's go straight into our information today. It says, why pain? Why does pain hold us back? And some of us, we are all in a situation where, we've been to through times where we sit down and say, oh, because of what I've gone through, I am holding back. Because of what I've gone through, I'm no longer moving forward. Pain can really hold us back. But the question is, why does it hold us back? Pain can trap us in fear and regret. Okay? You've probably gone to a situation where, you've gone through a relationship breakdown. You've gone through a season where you probably spent all your money on unnecessary things. You probably had a huge chunk of money through, your university, and you probably wasted it over a freshest night. And then you've seen your friends graduate, and then you ask yourself, where did time go? Why did I have to put myself in this situation? And that's the pain that you are probably carrying along in your current life right now. So pain can trap us in fear and regret. It clouds judgment, leading to isolation and stagnation. So you see, I just mentioned earlier on, you probably have a situation right now that you were guilty about, and you have a lot of pain, resentment on your life, on yourself. Why? Because of the mistakes and the decisions that you made in the past. But you got to understand that holding on to that past is not allowing you to align with your purpose. So I want you to drop in the chat, guys, where you're tuning from. If you're taking some notes, all right, take notes so you can apply, into your current situation and current life. Just as we empowered through this summit. It says what? Unresolved pain drains energy and block growth. So pain that you've not really healed from, it can drain your energy because every day that you wake up, every day that you have a flashlight on your friends, graduating on your friends, moving to the next level, guess what? It takes you back to why you could have been in that same position, why you could have really been in that same direction. But guess what? Because of certain decisions you made in the past, literally gave you the current result that you hold. And because that you have to always look at that pain, go back on that memory lane, guess what? It blocks your growth. I want to give you an example. Many abandon their dreams, all right, after a setback due to emotional wounds. So many people, they actually put their goals away, put their dreams away because of previous wounds. And that's why we want us to relook at why pain hold us back. The pain you're going through right now is holding you back because of this key point I've just put there. And you have to really reflect on how you can transform that pain into purpose. How can you transform that pain into purpose? Number one, my friend, you've got to channel suffering into action by finding your why. In previous section, I spoke about your why. What hurts you? What is really important to you? Why are you doing what you're doing? When I started the year, January, I said to myself, I'm going to keep on keeping on this year. Doing this series or this summit. Why? Because I want to put a challenge to myself, but also I want to make sure that I stick to the things that I said I was going to do this year, rather than just sounding like it's a new year and I want to really get to do something for the sake of getting to do it. Number two is because I know that I had to work in lane with my purpose, be a person of impact and a person that brings value to the marketplace. So I have a bigger why. That's why I'm doing it. Also, be able to be accountable to you who is watching from your home, from wherever you're watching, right? That we have a certain level of agreement that I'm going to stick to it, all right? And I'm going to always come here and provide the value on a Sunday evening at 6 p.m. And that is why I'm here. So the why is bigger. So regardless of the pain, regardless of what I feel, regardless of how I feel on a Sunday afternoon, I have to stick to it and make sure I'm here so that we can empower and learn from something from this series. So check it out. It says what? The key traits is resilience, empathy, and determination. When you know your why, you're going to be resilient no matter how much life knocks you down, no matter how many times you have setbacks in your life. My friend, you will keep on going. I want you to drop in the chat where you're tuning from. Keep on keeping on. Keep on going. You've got to turn your pain into purpose. They all have a P, but one is pain, one is purpose. You have to live on purpose. Many people regret living in pain and letting their pain set them apart, set them back, put a setback in their life. How many of you watching today are ready to take action, are ready to leave the past behind? You can never rewrite the past, but you can definitely have a new page to rewrite today into the future. You've got to visualize a rebirth and an inner strength. I understand that sometimes you feel broken. I understand that sometimes you feel like nobody cares about you. You are going through your pain by yourself, yes. But you've got to understand that your pain is the reason why it looks like nobody cares about you. You want people to be around, you want people to care and say, oh, listen, we got you. But the honest truth is, when you work in purpose, you will know that many people are with you. You will know that your pain has only come not to destroy you, but to make you stronger. Now, guys, I wanted to look at it. Pain versus purpose. Put in the chat, in the comment, if you're rewatching this recording, you want to really write down pain. Now, I want you to write down 2 pages in your book. One is pain, and one is purpose. Write down all the pains that you've experienced and all you've gone through in your lifetime that you are currently going through right now. Pain, write it down. Okay? Now, pain are emotion driven. They are all short term and reactives. Okay? They are all short term feelings. So, your pain you're going through right now, you're feeling right now, it's all emotional. It's all short term, my friend. It's all short term. For you, it may look like a long term issue right now, but it is definitely a short term problem. Now, however, when you look at purpose, okay, purpose meaning driven for long term proactive. That's a proactive behavior. Okay, so purpose is long term. So there's a saying my mentor always used to say, pain is temporary. All right, pain is temporary. Everything you're going through is just temporary, it's just in the moment. Guess what? But purpose is long term. And you've got to really focus on the purpose. I want you to really write it down. What is your purpose? What is the purpose? What is that thing that fuels you? What is that thing that you look forward to every single time? Now, the power of resilience. In order for you to walk through your purpose, you need to have resilience. Resilient, the spirit of resilience. All right, how many of you guys are resilient out there? You know, in today's generation, some people, they just get knocked down 2 minutes and they're like, I'm going to lie down flat for the next 5 years. They blame everybody, blame the system, blame their parents, blame their friends, but they forget that they lack resilience. So I want you to understand, resilience acknowledges pain and turns that into lessons. That's what it does. Resilience, it acknowledges pain. We are not putting pain under the carpet, but we are learning from the pain. We are learning from what we did yesterday. So we can learn from those lessons and reapply into our future, move forward. Pain is part of our life. Pain is necessary because without pain, you want to learn. I want you to think about it. A child, not, if a child put your hands in the fire and you tell them to stop, they will always go to it. But when they experience a bit of pain, guess what? It becomes a lesson for them not to go close to that fire. So it's the same as when we make bad investment and when we, invest our money into other people and give our money to people who run away with our money. Guess what? You may see that as your life is over, but it's taught you a lesson through pain so that you can move forward. And in order to move forward with purpose, guess what? You need resilience. You need the power of resilience. So resilience reflects to build strength. Guys, strength is not based on the muscles. Strength is not based on how strong you are in the body. Strength is based on what? Your character, your mindset. That's how you build strength. I want you to drop in the chat. How do you build strength when things don't go well for you? How do you build strength when you've lost all focus? How do you build strength when things are not going your way? You've got to understand that through resilience, you build strength. When you reflect and when you push forward, guess what? You grow and become better. Resilience turns hardship into growth. Whatever hardship you're going through, you're either growing through or going through it. Most people just go through the hardship, but they don't grow through that hardship. So it's either it come to help you grow, or you just go through it for the sake of going through it without learning nothing from it. Purpose makes fulfillment inevitable. So purpose leads to fulfillment. Many people have made a lot of money. Many people have achieved great success, have great buildings. Many people have hit an incredible amount of achievement and level of life. But guess what? They have no fulfillment. Fulfillment is lead and is connected through your purpose. And you can only be fulfilled through purpose. Okay? So real life experience, guys. We have so many people who have gone through situations. We have Oprah Winfrey. She transformed her trauma into empowerment. She has a story. What is your story? We all have a story. What is your story? Is your story going to be something you keep in your bedroom? Or your story is going to be that message that inspires somebody else to go after their dreams? What is that story? What is that thing that is burning in your heart right now that you want to make happen? Pain, that experience. Maybe you went through a heartbreaking season. You've gone through a broken marriage. You've gone through abuse. You've gone through situations that could have broken you for life. That is that story. That is that pain that somebody is waiting for you to share that with them this year. You can start your own ministry by sharing whatever you've gone through. But the problem is you are becoming more a victim, and you're using that pain to really break yourself than to use that as an empowerment to go out there and shine. Be like the next Oprah Winfrey. Viktor Frankl, all right? He turned suffering into meaning. People like the everyday person turn something into something that you have to turn yours into that purpose. You've got Malala, all right? Turn pain into global advocacy. The reality is, ladies and gentlemen, these keep on going and going and going. There's so many people who are turning their dreams into reality, turning their goals into reality by forgetting and going through that pain and making that happen. Now, I want us to learn something today. As you keep watching, guys, keep dropping the chat, keep following. Now, before I keep on, if you want consultancy, if you want to link up with myself, if you want consultation, you can visit my website as it scrolls right below. All right. If you want me to speak at your next event, feel free to send me your inquiries, what you want me to speak about in your event. If you go to my website, as you can see there, you will get all the information that required. Guess what? We keep on going. How do we build purpose from pain? Acknowledge the hurt. You have to acknowledge it. You cannot go into the future not acknowledging what you've gone through yesterday. Acknowledge the hurt. Reflect daily. Every day, have a reflection. Okay? Seek support. Whatever you're going through, that's why I open my doors for consultation, for us to have a chat. You can go out there and book, all right, in my calendar, and we can have a chat. Whatever you're going through, somebody has gone through the same. Somebody somewhere has gone through the same story, because we are all human. And someone has already gone past where you are. And we can also help you navigate, be your accountability partner for you to excel. Now, help others. Do something meaningful. Go out there, work through the volunteer, through your church, through any organization. It takes the pain away. It takes these things away, right? So help others. Journal, all right? Have a journal, things that you write down. Because the things you write, you do not have to remember. Because you can always go back in the book and what? And check it out. So have a journal. Create small victories. Start celebrating yourself, my friend. You can't always be dwelling in the pain. Start celebrating yourself. Start pushing yourself. Start moving forward. And I promise you that things will be different. Now let's look into it as we keep going. All right. Keep dropping the chat where you're tuning in from. It's always good to connect with people all around the world. Okay. As we look into our overcoming obstacles. Okay. The next slide talks about overcoming obstacles. Like, look at it. Challenges, solution. Challenges are part of human life. We need challenges to grow. I want you to think about it, ladies and gentlemen. If life was only a smooth ride without no challenges, I don't think that we any of us will enjoy it. I think the obstacles and challenges of life make life have true meaning. All right, have true meaning. Think about it like you are having a competition, all right, or you're going for a race, and there are no blocks. And it's just straight line. There's no one competing with you. You are just by yourself. It will make no sense. There will be no meaning. The victory wouldn't even be fulfilled, right? But challenges are part of life. Challenges, denial, bitterness, self doubt. When you go through pain, you have self doubt, you have denial. And I understand. When you see other people winning, when you see all your colleagues graduating, and you wasted your student loan, you wasted your student finance, and you couldn't graduate because you couldn't really focus, guess what? It brings bitterness. But the only way you can channel that bitterness is to wake up, put yourself together, and go give it another shot. Go get it done. And that's how you can be grateful. You can forgive yourself. You can be celebrating. Solution: one day rule. Take each day as a time. Have gratitude and have forgiveness for yourself. Nothing that you're going through is new. Everybody goes through it in different levels. So forgive yourself and move on so you can work in purpose. And that's the only way you can overcome your obstacles. So I wanted to look at it as we go to the end of our section today. I want to really look at interactive exercise that you can take away, your takeaway for this weekend. All right, identify one pain to transform this week. One pain that you've been lying on it, and make progress. Move away from it this week. Transform it. Use the story to be a transformational story. Use it as your power, not as your weakness. Okay? Now, journal and share it. You can share it on your Facebook, on your social media, anywhere. Share these tips. Share this story. All right? I see a lot of people sharing stories on social media. That is changing lives. It's inspiring other people to do better. Turn hurt into healing. If you don't heal from your hurts, you will be sabotaged. You will be stagnant. You will be stuck for the rest of your life. So you have to turn your hurt into healing. So the reflection of this week is very simple. Number one, where has pain dimmed your light? I want to ask you a question. Where has pain dimmed your light? Write that down. Ask yourself this question this week. Has pain really dimmed my light? Am I really not shining anymore because of what I've gone through? Have a proper reflection and write those things down. How can purpose reignite it? Or how can I reignite my purpose? How can you leave the pain behind? Leave the past behind. Grow through that pain and reignite with your purpose. Write these things down. However, if in case you need anyone to speak to, we are here to help you so that we can get you toward that desired goal. These are some key takeaways that you can take away from today's Empowerment Summit. This is our third week, and today's takeaway is pain is temporary, my friend. But purpose is a choice. Number two, resilient builds legacy. Any success story you hear out there was not built through weakness, was not built through excuses. It was built through resilience. Keep on keeping going. Turn your pain into purpose. Empathy sustains impact. Without empathy, you cannot sustain impact. And that's why I connect with your pain. I relate with your pain. But I also understand that your pain is temporary. And somebody somewhere is waiting for you to transform that pain into a great purpose, into a great story, into a great impact, so others can learn from it. We are super excited and grateful that we are able to share every Sunday. So next week is week 4. We'll be coming. We'll be sharing some nugget. You can message me on all my socials, Augustine Agyei, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, the same name. You can find me, and we can really stay connected and make things happen. Before I actually go, all right, thank you. Stay disciplined, stay consistent. But let's look at it right now before I leave. Okay, I want us to really focus on a few things. As you see this barcode right below, okay? So in case you're interested in having me speak at your next event, you can scan this barcode or visit my website and make all the inquiries needed. And I promise you, we'll come here, deliver, speak to your audience so that we can have the right tools and the right direction to make this happen. Okay? However, in case you want to do consultation, all right, it's the same. You can go on the website, scan code it, reach out, stay connected, stay in touch, and let's make things happen. Let's grow through the pain. Let's grow this season. Let's make things happen. Let's go out there, change lives, and be a victor, not a victim this year. Guys, it's great connecting with you this Sunday. It's great having you online. Thank you. God bless you. And I'll see you next time.